Respected Shri Manjunath Sir, CEO, SKDRDP, Shri K.R. Shenai, ex-ED, EVB, and ex-CVO of Bank of Baroda. Sir is having a unique positions of both the banks. And Shri Ramesh, Deputy Zonal Head, Shri Ashwini, NDGM, Shri Rajshekhar, DGM ZID, Shri Sudhakarji, ex-GM of EVB, and all other retired GMs and DGMs, Shalini Madam DGM, and because I mentioned Madam since she is the only lady executive retired, so as a lady I should specially mention her name, and all my dear beloved Barodians and their families. A very good evening and a happy Foundation Day greetings to one and all. So today we are celebrating the 116th Foundation Day of Bank of Baroda, which was started in 1908 by Sayajirao Gaikwad III Maharaja. Actually, we know about the bank lot, so I thought that it is my duty to tell about the Maharaja's initiatives a little bit so that everyone of this part of the country will know about it. Maharaja was not the direct heir of the earlier Maharajas, Sri Kanterao. Actually, Sri Kanterao died and there was no heir apparent to the kingdom. And Maharani Jamunabai searched heir apparent from her clan, Gaikwad clan. And one Mr. Kasi Rao is a distant direct relative of this clan, and he came with his three sons, Sri Anand Rao, Sri Gopal Rao, and Sri Sampath Rao. And other boys were also being called for the interview by the Maharani. And when the interview was happened, Sri Gopal Rao told the 12 years boy, the purpose of your visit, she asked. He told, I came here to rule. So at the age of 12 years itself, our Maharaja was having the vision to rule. So he got adapted naturally, and rest is a history. And not only he created Bank of Baroda, he is a reformatory leader in so many things in his kingdom.
Om Shri Manjunathaya Namaha. Respected Shanai sir, respected Madam Gayatri, all the gentlemen and ladies sitting over here, the employees and officers of Bank of Baroda, E-Vijaya Bank, their family members. ನನಗೆ ಒಮ್ಮೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್? ಓಕೆ. ಮೊದಲಾಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಧರ್ಮಸ್ಥಳ ಗ್ರಾಮಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನು ಗೌರವಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಕೃತಜ್ಞನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾದ 116ನೇ ಜನ್ಮದಿನದ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವಾಗ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದವರ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಕ ದಿನಗಳ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಮೆಲುಕು ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದರು, ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಬೆಳೆಸುವಾಗ ಅವರಾಗಲಿ ಅವರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಾಗಲಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದರು, ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿಂಥ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಯಿತು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಮೆಲುಕು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡದ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಬರೀ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡವನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನೆನಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವಿಜಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನಪಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾ 1908ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆದರೆ ವಿಜಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ 1931ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಯಿತು. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾ ಅಂದಿನ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರೆ ವಿಜಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಸಣ್ಣ ರೈತರು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಎ ಬಿ ಶೆಟ್ಟರು, ನಂತರ ಸುಂದರರಾಮ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರು ತಮ್ಮ ಬೆವರನ್ನು ಸುರಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಜಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿದರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿಜಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಆದರೂ ಸಹಿತ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ನೋವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ನೋವು ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಈ ಬದಲಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೇರ್ತೇವೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೂಲವನ್ನು, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಶಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿಜಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಎಂದಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಣ್ಣವರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ವಿಜಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಏನಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೃಷಿಕರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಇವತ್ತು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡಬಹುದು. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾ ಇವತ್ತು ತಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅದು ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಆದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದಿಮೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಕೃಷಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಬಹುಶಃ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ 15 ಕೋಟಿ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರೋಡಾ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಚಾರ, ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಚಾರ. ಇದನ್ನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಈ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಿವೃತ್ತರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಟುಡೇ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಟಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್, especially scheduled commercial banks and especially the government-owned public sector banks are facing a dire strait and a lot of competition from the private sector bank. Well, we need to, at times I feel we need to change our attitude to be competitive to the private sector banks. SKDRDP is an organization which is promoted by Dr. Virendra Hegde, and it is registered as a trust. Even though we are a trust, we have realized the requirements of the poor people, financial requirement of the poor people, and we have found these financial requirements are not fulfilled by the banks, but by microfinance institutions. And the microfinance institutions are lending to poor people at an interest rate of between 22 to 28%. Sometimes it is even crossing 30%. And you will be shocked to know the current outstanding in the microfinance sector in India today is 3.5 lakh crore. And it is growing at a pace of 30-35%. And this sector is performing so very well. Their returns are good, their profits are good, their repayments are good. And as against that, we have the SHG sector, which is a competition to the microfinance sector, the self-help group sector. As against 3.5 lakh crore in the SHG sector, which is managed by the scheduled commercial bank, the outstanding is 1.3 lakh crore, which is not even 1/3 of the microfinance sector. Now, if microfinance institutions can perform so very well, if they can grow at 30-35%, and if they can boast of a zero NPA, if they can boast of a high profit rate, I ask why scheduled commercial banks, why national banks cannot reach out to the same customer, the poorest of the poor, while the microfinance institutions are charging 26%, the banks are charging between 7 and 15%. Well, it is an affordable finance. It is a reasonable rate of interest. Definitely, if it is properly approached, these people will definitely help us. I mean, will become our customers. And that is what exactly SKDRDP has proved today. We, as an agent of Bank of Baroda, we have reached out to 130,000 self-help groups in the state of Karnataka, 130,000 in the state of Karnataka, across Karnataka, different parts of Karnataka, and this is only one bank. I have 4 other banks, and my total outstanding today is 20,100 crore. 20,100 crore, and I am reaching these funds at about 14% rate of interest. As against 26% rate of interest of the microfinance institutions, I am very competitive, very reasonable. Why? Because my customer need not go to the bank branch. My customer, he sits at his home, receives the money and pays back the money. A door delivery system has been developed by my organization as agent of the bank. I am the business correspondent and banking facilitator of Bank of Baroda, IDBI Bank, State Bank of India, Karnataka Gramina Bank. Well, across Karnataka, we have 650,000 SHGs, and the beauty is we have a nil NPA, zero NPA. We have no, of course, there are transient overdues are there, but at the end of the day, we are able to recover and give back 100% to the bank.
First of all, on this 116th Foundation Day, my greetings goes to not the Barodians in Mangalore alone. I have every right to greet Barodians of the country and also those who are working in overseas. Because I'm so happy to be here today because I have witnessed 5 glorious foundation days of Bank of Baroda. You should see for yourself how they celebrate in Bombay the Foundation Day. But for me and for my career and for my life, I have to make a statement. And I have made a statement as soon as I joined Vijaya Bank also. If I happen to be the executive director of Vijaya Bank, it is only because of Bank of Baroda. It is only because of my stint as Chief Vigilance Officer in Bank of Baroda for 5 years. Now people may ask me how you can tell that, because vigilance is supposed to be a subject not to be touched by so many people. The very first day when I joined, 4 or 5 DGMs of Bank of Baroda came to my cabin, and some of them were practically crying. I was not knowing what is vigilance at that point of time. It happened within a week after I joined your BKC office. You know what was happening? I think it must be happening even today. These are the DGMs who have been charge sheeted on the last day of the retirement. And from that day onwards, I have decided, if I were to be the CVO and if I were to be continue as in the vigilance department, I am going to help people rather than charge sheet people. Because as I studied the vigilance department, it is so many people are charge sheeted unnecessarily. This is my conclusion. I used to tell in my lectures. And one of the favorite thing which the chairman, I was so lucky to work under 2 chairmen of Bank of Baroda. One is Khandelwalji. I think people must be knowing. Entire banking industry knows. Even today, he is one of the most sought after lecturer in HR in the country.